Welcome to the Unhinged Romant-icks podcast. With every episode, we do our best to highlight any trigger warnings, but please remember to check them yourself before reading any books we recommend. All opinions are those of ours alone, unless otherwise stated. We hope you enjoy the show. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
I am Robyn.
And I am Mariah. And welcome to the Unhinged Romant-icks. Well,
I am
how
unwell.
are things? You are unwell, yes.
We just unpacked why I'm unwell, but anyways, let's continue. How are
So,
you?
I'm good. It's been a little busy. Kids are getting back in the swing of things. Swim lessons have started and yeah,
Nice.
starting to be nice, except today. Today was crappy.
Today was a little gloomy outside, but you know what? I
Yeah.
don't mind. I don't mind a little gloom.
Yeah, we did a walk at Butcher today and it was not too bad, but then it turned so cold and we left. It was very cold.
Sorry, where did you go?
Butcher Gardens.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Nice.
we have a pass. I have an annual pass, so
Yeah.
we do walks there a lot.
Oh,
It's
that's
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's close to you, so nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So what are you currently reading right now?
I'm in the midst of a book called, it's called The Last Drive Home by Cassandra Mall. It's I think I might have mentioned that I was going to read it. I can't remember, but it's the fourth book in a series that she wrote, the Golden City series. So the first two books are hockey books, and then she did a novella for Christmas, which was also kind of a hockey book, and now this one's a baseball romance. So she kind of switched things up.
Yeah. No.
This one's
baseball.
And this one's a single daddy.
Ooh.
And nanny. I think you would like this one, probably.
How spicy are her books? Are they super spicy or are they
They're
mid?
pretty spicy. They're I'd say they're pretty close to Jen McMahon and Nicole Kennedy's, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're pretty good. I think one of the first ones she did was a little bit closed door spice, but then she kind of opened up a little bit more. So with this series, it's a lot more, it's spicier than when she first started.
Nice.
It's good. I like them. They're wholesome.
Yeah.
As wholesome as smutty books can be.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, I was taking a moment to catch up on all my socials after reading these two books that we read.
Yeah.
And I'm just reading a little novella right now. So it's just a little palate cleanser.
Yeah.
A light, fluffy one.
This one I was reading before we started them, so I have to finish it. And then I'm gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna read next.
I don't know. I have some arcs I need to catch up on.
I'm reading The Deal next. That's what I'm reading next.
Yeah. I have arcs. Yeah. I really need to catch up on some arcs.
Shit. I have an arc too. Damn it. I gotta read that. We both
have an arc. Yeah, we have some arc. I have some arcs. You have one arc. But
I have one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops. I'm almost positive the book is almost released.
Yeah, which is why I'm probably going to read that one next.
Yeah.
And then there's one that's already released and I still haven't read it.
Oh, shit. Oh, well. It's okay. Nobody has to know. You just delayed your review.
Yeah. Oops. Anyway. Yes. So today we are going to be talking about Binding 13 and Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. These two wonderful books here.
They're pretty darn good. You know what? I gave them 5 stars. I did. I liked them. I enjoyed them.
I liked them.
I had some qualms, but I did enjoy them. I felt that 4 stars wasn't enough. But
okay, I gave them 4 stars just because because how my rating system is my 4-star is I like it. I really liked it.
Yeah.
I just needed something else.
Yeah.
And I just didn't get that. And I can't even name what that something is. It's just I didn't get it. And 4-star is I would read it again.
Yeah.
One day. Not anytime soon.
Question. If these books had more spice in them, do you think they would have been 5-star reads?
No. I don't know if it was the spice per se. I don't know. I just felt like, and I think you felt the same way, as I almost felt like they were a bit too long.
They weren't long, yes.
I felt like they could have condensed it a little bit
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because they kept repeating some things a lot.
Mhm.
And I get they were doing like the internal conflict and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
Yeah.
I just feel like I needed something else. And honestly, the spice in it was fine for me because it's YA, right? And I get
Yeah.
it. I mean, I have read some YA that's super spicy
Are they
where they're in high
are they
school.
they are classified as YA?
Yes.
Oh,
And
okay, I didn't know that.
yeah, it is classified as YA. I would not, I don't know. This is not for children. Children should not read this book. And
No.
my question,
Mhm.
what age is YA? Like, what age group would you consider letting someone read a YA book?
Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
my,
technically speaking, it's young adult.
yeah.
So at that point, I mean, you have to say 18 because an 18-year-old is an adult.
Okay, so
Before that's
18, I'm okay with this.
yeah.
I would let an 18-year-old read this book
Yeah.
because
But
that makes
I get what
sense.
you're saying because I think the illusion of the YA genre is that it's like a less like a romance book, but or that maybe not even it doesn't even have to be a romance book because there's
Yeah.
YA that's not romance, but like a book that like a teenager could read because
But
it doesn't have, you know, dirty things in it and like
yes.
whatever.
But
But
see, that's the thing. When I went to go to the store to buy this book, it's
yeah.
in the teenager section, like where all of the like other like YA books are.
Yeah.
And that's where all like the teenager books. I don't know what I'm
That's
trying to say, but
surprising. I didn't I see I would
yeah.
not have like I know that the books are about people in high school and so maybe that's why it's classified as YA because it's about
Yeah. Maybe someone fucked up
teenagers,
at the
but
store and was like, this is why it goes here instead of putting it in the romance section.
maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know. Yeah, I had no idea. But maybe
Yeah.
someone out there if you're listening, you can clarify that for us.
Yeah, because
Or
when I think YA, I
yeah.
think teenager.
Yeah.
But
Which
when
is
I
what
think
the books
NA,
are
which
about.
is like new adult, that's
Mhm.
when I think of like college age and like 18. So I would almost label it as new adult rather than white young adult. I don't know. Maybe that's a gray area. I don't know.
If it's a very gray area. Anyway,
It's like a
moving
yeah.
on.
Yeah. Anyways, the blurb. Should we read the blurb?
Go for it. I don't have it.
Should we read both of the blurbs all at one time?
Yeah, just do both.
Okay. Okay, this is book 1, Binding 13. He wants to save her. She wants to hide. She's damaged. He's determined. Fate brought them together. Love binds them. Johnny Kavanagh has everything going for him. On the rugby pitch, he's a force to be reckoned with, even plagued with a hidden injury. Everyone knows he's headed straight for the top, but that means there's no room for mistakes or distractions, not even the shy new girl at Tommen College, the one with the sad eyes and the concealed bruises. He needs to stay focused, keep his cool, and not let anything get in the way of the bigger picture. Except, before he knows it, this lonely girl has become his only picture. Life has never been easy for Shannon Lynch. Bullied and tortured, she arrives at Tommen College midway through the school year, praying for a fresh start and desperate to shake off the demons that plague her. But when she meets the notorious Johnny Kavanagh on her first day, her plans to keep a low profile are at serious risk. As they fall into a complicated friendship and grapple with the undeniable chemistry, hidden pain and complicated secrets threaten to be their undoing. But Johnny won't give up on Shannon, no matter what it might cost them both. So that's book 1.
Book 1, Binding 13.
Book 2 is Keeping 13. Okay.
Go on.
Falling in love was the easy part. What comes next is the test. Johnny Kavanagh's first, last, and only true love has always been rugby, until now. Following a devastating injury that has left him stripped of his beloved number 13 jersey, Johnny struggles to hold on to his dreams as they crumble around him. Lost and desperate, he sets his sights on unraveling the mystery of the girl with the midnight blue eyes, who haunts his every waking hour. Shannon Lynch. But navigating the future, even together, isn't as easy as it once seemed. Keeping secrets has never been a problem for Shannon. The life she was born into demands nothing less. After all, demons and evil men don't exist in fairy tales. They exist in her world too. Traumatized beyond repair after her return from Dublin and desperate to protect her little brothers, Shannon finds herself struggling like never before, barely keeping her head above water. Her walls are up and her trust is shaken. The only boy who has the ability to reach her heart. But when new truths come to light and old wounds are reopened, will love be enough to help them heal? Or is their future forever broken? These books took me through a journey.
They were a journey.
Yeah. The tropes for these ones, as we've talked about before, is YA. It is a sports romance focusing on rugby. It's a friends to lovers, a found family, and hurt comfort. Before you guys get into these books, definitely look up the triggers.
Yes.
Because there's quite a few in these.
Yeah.
These are not light reads.
No. These are dark, traumatizing, depressing reads.
Yeah,
They're good,
like
though.
I would almost categorize it as a dark romance
It's
for me.
getting there.
Yeah, it's like on the cusp of it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be only because the dark part of the book is more so focused on one specific thing that doesn't really have anything to do with their romance together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'll get into that.
Anyway.
Where would you like to start?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I don't even know.
Okay, well, so
there's just like
okay,
my notes consist of me going through the book because I'm like, I can't like focus on a couple things because
that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna start rambling.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm gonna
ramble.
go on
Please
my
ramble.
unhinged. I'm gonna go on my unhinged tyrant.
Go.
What is the word? Rant? Tyrant? Whatever. It's fine. Okay, so the book is about Johnny and Shannon. Shannon is one of 5 children, and she lives in like low income.
6.
Oh wait, no, 6. She's one of 6 children. So
I had to count.
Yeah. And they're all Irish, so the whole thing takes place in Ireland. So she is so she's one of 6. She's the 3rd kid. Her oldest brother fucked off a long time ago, and so it's been her second oldest brother, her, and then the 3 young ones. Her mom works full time. Her dad's a drunk alcoholic, and he's super abusive. He just beats the shit out of the 2 oldest kids. I don't think he beats the younger ones. I think he leaves them alone, but he hates Shannon, the daughter. He calls her like terrible names in the book. But because he hates her and he treats his wife equally the same, her older brother Joey protects her, and so then he gets beaten up too because he fights the dad to like protect his mom and sister. And so the dad doesn't do anything. He just like takes the welfare checks, takes the child, to child whatever's a benefit checks and like spends it all on booze, gets wasted, does terrible things, whatever. So then Shannon simultaneously had been going to school her whole life and been bullied constantly. Basically, since she was born, she was bullied by other children. And her brother tried to protect her where he could, but it just wasn't enough. And she was getting like beaten up at school. She was getting tormented, manipulated, all these terrible other things. And so finally her mom was like, okay, I'll just work more and send you to this private college. It's not college if you're in Canada or US. It's not college. That's what they call.
They call it secondary college, so it's
or whatever. Yeah,
it's like
it's basically high school, but they call it college. But anyways, so they're all like, she's like 15, so that'd be equivalent to like 8th grade, 9th grade, I guess maybe. And then anyway, so she starts this new school.
10?
I don't know. I think she was like ninth. Yeah, she would have been finishing ninth grade. That would have been, I think. There was somewhere there's an equivalent in the book. There's like a glossary of like pages of like what is what. But anyways, so side note, she had these two friends that she had gone to like younger school with, the equivalent of elementary school, but they ended up going to this place, Tommen College, and so they lost touch. So she was really excited to go back to the school where she actually had two people who were nice to her and didn't bully her. So she becomes reunited with these two girls, Claire and Lizzie, and they, immediately their friendship is rekindled and they're happy to see each other. They're happy that she's there. They know what she's been through, and they're happy to see it, see her there and have a better time. And our very first day of school at this new school, she like left her jacket or something, or she was trying to like
Her
get to
phone.
her phone. She left her phone in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so she went back to the bathroom and she's like, wow, my phone's still here. Surprising. That never would have survived in my old school. And then she's comes out of this building, and this is like a massive campus, supposedly. And she realizes the quickest way to get to the building she needs to go to is to cut across the rugby field, which is currently full of rugby players practicing. So she does this, and Johnny, the boy, gets angry and kicks a ball. Unbeknownst to him, the ball goes in the wrong direction and ends up knocking Shannon out, like completely knocking her out, like unconscious, knocks her out. And then she apparently like sprawled and everybody could see her bits and everything.
Well, because her skirt broke.
Her skirt broke, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. And then,
anyway,
and then he gives her the jersey.
Yes.
So this is their meet cute. He cusses her.
I know. I loved that he like basically looked at her and it was like his body was like, oh my God, I love you. But his mind didn't catch up.
Yeah.
For a while. But he was like so smitten. I loved it.
Yeah, and then he instantly takes care of her. So he's like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it, I didn't mean it, I didn't mean it. And like takes her to like wait at the office and to get looked at while her mom's coming. And then they're sitting there having this like heart to heart outside the principal's office or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like concussed and in and out of consciousness, and he's just like apologizing his face off and like trying to comfort her and stuff, where this is really like kind of like some of the hurt comfort comes into play. And then the mom shows up. She's pissed off. She's like, she wants him expelled, and they're like, no, it was an accident. And so they like have to convince her that it's fine, but it's not fine. She's angry. And then he's trying to like, she offers to pay for the new skirt and tights because her tights ripped. And the mom's like, I don't need your money. She obviously needed the money. She doesn't have any. And then, yeah, that was it for like a month. Like time went on. Like the two of them just like, that was it. They stayed away from each other. They saw each other in the hall. And
well, he stayed away because he was threatened that
told,
if he
they were
talks
threatened
to her that he's going to get expelled. So he's like, I don't want to cause any problems, but he couldn't stay away from her. He was just like, I can't. I need to know this girl.
Yeah. And so going back a little bit, so Johnny's been a rugby player his entire life. And so he's like playing with the pros and like waiting for a chance to like do this like awesome like summer camp training thing with like two different teams. Like one is Team Ireland in like an international capacity, and the other one's just like within the country itself kind of a thing. And so he's like really rooting for this. However, he had an injury like a year prior. And he kept
Christmas time. So it
no,
was like
the injury. No. The injury originally happened like a year prior.
Oh,
but
okay, but the surgery.
And then so he kept putting it off.
Right.
And then he finally has the surgery around Christmas time. And so before this happened, he had like a booty call chick that he would
for like 9 months.
For like 9 months, that they were never in a relationship. She just like they were hooking up, but that was it. He didn't like her, he didn't want to be with her or anything like that.
Yeah, because she's a psycho bitch.
So then Christmas time he has a surgery, but he refuses to like actually let himself heal. So he's now he meets Shannon and he's in constant pain because his groin, because that's where it is, it's the groin area, is like later we find out like oozing and infected and disgusting.
Nasty.
So when they meet, when they initially meet, and he tells her that he had surgery and that he's hurting and stuff like that, and he kind of like confesses this to her when they're having their little heart to heart outside the
Yeah, and then he
office.
freaks the hell out. No, that he doesn't confess the surgery and all that part there. It's when he's in the
Oh,
car driving her
right.
home and he freaks out
Right.
and she's like, "Okay,
Yes.
bye. Stop talking to me."
Yeah, okay, I remember that now. Yeah, that we told her a little bit. He said he was
Yeah.
hurt or something like that. He didn't go into full detail, but he did like just divulge that he was hurt and that or something like that, but he didn't tell her exactly what happened. He doesn't end up telling her like the full truth until like yeah, later on, and then he's worried that she's going to just tell people to like ruin him, and she's like why would I do that?
No.
So, yeah, so
Yeah,
eventually
because
they
he's used to Bella, who's a psycho bitch. I told you
yeah.
this.
Yeah. So, yeah, they end up, like, kind of, like, slyly starting to hang out because he gives her a ride home one day because she missed her bus. 'Cause some dickhead kid was, like, trying to get with her, and she didn't wanna get with him, and then he beat the shit out of him and then gave her a ride home. And then they just slowly, like, kind of chat now and, like, talk now and then, but it's, like, not a lot at first until, like yeah, I don't know, I can't remember how far we get before they finally start, like I think he, like,
Like,
forced a date on her one night, and then she
he just
was
keeps taking her.
he just
And
kept
I
taking
loved
her.
it. I love that he just kidnaps
Yeah.
her,
He, like, goes to
puts
drop
her
her
in
off.
his car.
I like when he like goes to drop her off one day. He's like, "Or you could stay and we could go get dinner." And she's like, "I'm gonna be in so much trouble. My dad's gonna beat the shit out of me." But yeah, I'll go. And then she goes, and then they go to a
Yeah.
movie, and then he takes her home. It's very cute. I had to like this book was one of the few books that actually like when you get those warm, tingly feelings all inside when you're
Yeah.
reading it. I got a lot of warm, tingly feelings in it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I gave it 5 stars because it was really, like, heartwarming and emotional, and I don't find a lot of books that have that, like, anchor for me, so I think that was, like, a big difference in these books than other books that I've read, so I think that's why it was kind of a 5 like, closer to a five-star read for me.
Yeah, I
So,
get that.
but yeah. So, yeah, do you wanna talk about Bella?
Oof.
Let's just get that out of the way because I hate her. So, Bella.
I understand her.
I
I'm like, this girl is like angry because she stole her man, but she broke up with him
Yeah.
because he couldn't get it up
Yeah.
because of his surgery.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm now with your teammate.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though she was cheating on him the whole time.
Yeah.
She baffled me.
Yeah. The thing
Yeah.
that like kind of got me was there was a part in the story where Bella or sorry, not Bella, Johnny and Shannon were at the pub and she recognized some kids from her old school.
Mhm.
And then she left, and then he was like, "I'll be right there." And then he basically like beat the crap out of this other guy that was there with the girls because he can't beat up a girl. But it was like a one and done. And I think that I was like, okay, we're getting that closure from the old school. Like we're getting, they suck. There was a moment and it was one and done. Like it was over with. But the Bella
Yeah.
thing just kept going on and on and on. And I feel like it could have been resolved like so much sooner. Or maybe they delay like the shit with her until further on, but I felt like it was just so much. There's a lot of scenes where Bella would just confront Johnny and just start being a whiny bitch.
She couldn't take a hint. She
And
was
he
with someone
yeah.
else and is like, "I miss you. Can we get back together
Yeah,
even
it
though I have a
was
boyfriend?" I'm like,
yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
understand her
No.
and also didn't understand the boyfriend how he can't see this.
No.
Like,
And
I
he
was
and he
like,
was threatened multiple times by Johnny. He was like, this girl is nuts. And if you don't get her in line, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And guess what? He beat the shit out of him.
twice.
Like 2 or 3 times.
Like, I'm like, wouldn't you
Like
be like,
multiple times.
maybe she's not worth it? Like, yeah,
No.
it was just too much. It was too much for me.
Yeah, but we did get justice so she
In
did.
book 2, yeah.
Well, yeah, so Bella did end up like no, she didn't beat her. She just like did some nasty stuff to her in a bathroom, like put fish on her clothes and like wrote all over her face with a lipstick or something like
Well,
that, and like pinned her down.
she slapped her
Did she
like
slap
a
her?
couple times. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, and then they like pinned her down to the ground but so she ended up getting expelled, which is great. And then we think that's the end of it, but it's not. And we get further into book 2, closer to the end, and they run into them at the pub when they're watching Johnny's rugby. And she shows up with her boyfriend and she confronts her. And the boyfriend is like, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm done with you. Like, I can't believe that you're still.
Why didn't this happen so much earlier? I don't know.
Yeah. And she's just like, okay, whatever, bye. You'll be back. And he's like, no, seriously, I'm done. This is ridiculous. Like, you're a cruel person. You're being cruel to her for no reason, but you're treating me so much worse. And then he just like leaves. And then Shannon looks at Bella and is just like, I forgive you for being so nasty. I hope you have a nice life. And leaves. And then her friends are like, wow, you really killed him with kindness there.
Yeah. Psycho.
Yeah. The Bella storyline was necessary. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah. I loved Shannon's brothers. I'm taking a turn here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, the
babies. And I did like Joey. He has some
good.
issues.
Yeah.
Yes. But there's some parts in it that just like broke my heart.
Yeah. There's a lot
Joey's
going on with him.
Yeah, which he has book 3 and 4, which I don't know. We'll read that eventually, but not right now.
Not today.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just some parts that like just broke my heart.
Yeah.
But I love Joey. And his girlfriend, Aoife, whatever. I don't know. The Aoife. I loved her too.
Yeah.
There is one part in the book where I was like, oh my God, she is a keeper. And it was when the mom and dad like fuck off somewhere and they leave the kids. There's no food. They barely have any money. And by the morning time, she restocks the whole kitchen. And then budgets their daily things into little envelopes. I'm just like...
Yeah, that was really cute.
It was so cute. So cute. I loved that part.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yes, I loved that part. And then not to mention like all the younger brothers like Tig and
Ollie and Sean.
Ollie and Sean. So cute.
I like Sean calling Johnny Ani.
I know. And Tig is spicy. I love him.
He's a 12-year-old spitfire.
I know. I'm wondering, is this series finished or are we going to see a Tig book?
Is there going to be a Tig book? Maybe.
I wonder. Because like it ended with like the whole series, like these 2 books ended with him like starting Tommen. So I'm like, and there's people like, ooh, who's that?
Yeah.
Even though he's 12 years old. But yeah, I'm curious. Is there going to be a Tig book? Is the series finito? I don't know.
It could go on forever. There's so many characters.
I know. Anyway, so curious. But all of the little brothers were so cute.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello, Lowry.
Did you have something to say?
I'm finished with the brothers. Oh, you're talking to your dog. Okay, never mind.
His face is like right on the microphone. So I was like, did you have something to say?
Yeah. And then my other favorite part is I'm jumping the gun because I'm saying my favorite part for book 2 now.
It's fine.
I'm going to save that. Oh, okay. I'll just say it. My favorite part for book 2 is when Johnny sees the brothers in the house and takes them.
Oh, yeah. When
It's
he
just
just
like, I'm
kidnaps
going to
the
take
kids.
you.
Oh.
I'm going to feed you and then
Yeah.
take you
Like, we're
home
going to
because I'm scared
McDonald's.
to be arrested.
Yeah. Well, he went home and then he's like, was his parents home? And he's like, I need help. I'm like, what'd you do? He's like, I stole children. And
I
then
loved it. And then he picks up Gibbsy, which is his best friend.
Yeah.
And by the way, okay, so in the audio, the way they pronounce his name is so different than what I was pronouncing it.
Gibbsy?
So his whole name, no, his
Yeah.
first name. What were you pronouncing like in your head when you were reading it? Okay, it's Jared.
What?
It's Jared.
No.
Yes, I was when I'm listening to the audio, they said Jared.
Is it because they're Irish and they're like, Jared?
That's what I'm wondering. Or is the A silent?
Oh, yeah.
In the middle.
I forgot they do weird shit out over there with their
It's
Irish
Jared.
names.
And that's the one name I was like, interesting.
That's the one name out of all the Irish names in that book.
Because like, you know this, I was jumping between listening to it and reading it.
Yeah.
And Spotify is actually really neat for that because there's an option where you can scan the page in your book that you're reading and it'll just start from there.
Oh, interesting.
And then vice versa. You're like listening to it and you can, it'll scan the page and you just keep flipping until you get to the part you were listening to. It's super neat. And I've never used Spotify for audiobooks before. This is my first time.
Interesting.
Anyway, I got off on a tangent.
It's fine. You learned something new today.
About the name because it really irked me. I was like, it's Jared.
I feel like we could do an entire podcast episode just on
Gerard.
Gibbsy alone. So let's just quickly say Gibbsy was amazing. He was a great secondary character.
He was so good.
He was so good. He was a really good friend to Johnny. He'd do anything to help him out. But he was also like, he took Shannon under his wing when Johnny couldn't. And I think that was a really nice part of his personality, was that he was just like, he was willing to be the friend to everybody.
Yeah.
While he was trying to get in the pants of his other best friend's sister, who's Claire.
And I give kudos to the narrators for the audio because the way they portrayed Gibbsy was so different than what I was reading Gibbsy. Like they portrayed him as being like almost like super, like with a smile on his face and like super giddy. It made me laugh just reading random things about it that wouldn't have made me laugh if I was reading it on paper. So I give kudos to the narrators because that's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
But
I definitely laughed at his
well.
parts. I definitely laughed at his parts because they were pretty funny.
Yeah.
He just has has no filter, no shame, no nothing.
And I fucking loved it. I loved it. I can't wait to read his book. I feel like his book isn't going to be as heavy.
I think there's some stuff we don't know about him.
No,
we do find out a little bit about him.
See, I said as heavy.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to be as dark, like as heavy as these books were. I think it's going to be a little bit more fluffier, but not super fluffy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when we get there.
But he was great.
Yeah.
I loved him.
I agree.
Yes.
Next. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. So the books, obviously, we kind of talked about already how Shannon's family they're poor, they're not well off, they live in a crummy part of town, they don't live in a nice house, yada, yada, yada. Meanwhile, Johnny's family his mom's like a fashion designer, his dad's a lawyer, barrister was what they call him in Ireland, and they're like loaded, and they live in like a massive mansion with like a huge property on like a big acreage or like multi-acreage land, and they've got like 3 dogs, but it's just him and his mom and his dad in like a big room or in a big house with tons of rooms. And it's interesting to see like how welcoming they are to her entire family and like give no judgment. And then when they very well could, because you'd think the opposite. Like usually when if you watch like a movies with these kind of themes, or like I read other books with these kind of themes, it's usually like the rich people looking down upon the poor people, but it was the total opposite, where it was the rich people doing anything in their power to help the poor people, and then the poor people being like, we don't need your help, get out of our lives, kind of a situation, which backfired so bad like literally terribly. And if we haven't already mentioned, spoiler alerts, there are spoiler alerts.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. Her and her family, her dad, at some point in, is it the end of book 1 that he does this, or is it into book 2? I can't remember. I think it's in sometime somewhere in book 1, close to the end of it. Shannon comes home one night and her dad just literally almost beats her to death. And the mom just sits there. Actually, the mom wasn't even home yet. The mom and Joey walk in, and the mom immediately, like, well, Joey intervenes, and I think comes down at some point to intervene too, and he tells his dad to stop, and his dad's
Well,
like, "Go
all the
away,
brothers
get out here."
do.
Yeah, all the brothers. Like, it's a whole family affair. They're all like asking the dad to stop beating her, and then Joey gets home and he starts fighting him, and the mom's like cowering to the father, and they're all like, "Why aren't you helping your daughter who's literally like sitting there bleeding to death?" And so
Yeah.
then finally she actually makes the decision, like, yeah, okay, get out of the house, and then they take Shannon to the hospital or whatever, and the dad goes away into hiding, but he must have like gotten in touch with somebody who was like, oh, just check yourself into rehab, like then you can say that
Yeah.
you're trying to get better. And then he gets released and he goes to the house one day and he's all calm, tucks all his kids in, makes sure they're all in bed. Unbeknownst to anybody, he's, dousing the entire house in alcohol and something else, petrol or something. And his plan is to just kill his entire family. But then Shannon kind of figures out something's going on, jumps out of the house window,
Yeah.
calls Johnny. Johnny gets the 3 boys out of the house, but he can't throw them out the window because they're too small. So he creaks down the stairs with the 3 boys. The mom sees them and mouths to him, "Get them out of the house, save my children." So he does, not even realizing what the dad is about to do. And by the time he gets home, they already find out that the dad just lit them up.
Yeah.
And that was the end of that. And that was
I
very
know.
traumatizing.
It was traumatizing, but prior to, like, the reason he beats her up is because the school took a trip to Dublin to watch a rugby match.
Yeah.
And in that rugby match, Johnny gets really injured.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone finds out about his injury.
Yep.
And he gets taken to the hospital to have emergency surgery, basically.
Well, that's not why he found
it.
out. He found out because she and him were making out in the change room, and then the principal caught them.
I hadn't got that far yet. Anyway, yeah. And then that's why he's so pissed off, that's why he beats her up. But
yeah, and calls her a whore and some really nasty things.
Yeah. But I gotta say, my favorite scene in book 1 was when he wakes up in the hospital and his whole high scene
it was amazing.
So funny.
That
and
was really good.
And I listened to that. Like, I didn't, and it was so good.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is hilarious.
It was funny.
So funny. Yeah. That was my favorite scene for book 1.
That was pretty good.
It was funny.
Pretty good,
yeah. Do you have a quote for book 1 that you really liked?
No.
Okay, so I had a really good quote because I highlighted the fuck out of this book. Like, I was just like, ooh, this is good. This is important. And I've been highlighting a lot more lately.
Yeah.
Anyway, I loved this little quote.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Johnny, I think, thinking to himself.
Okay.
You could love this girl your whole life. The crazy thought persisted inside my brain over and over. If you just let yourself. I loved that little one. It was super cute because he's like, she's a game changer.
Yeah. Yeah. She definitely turned his world around and opened his eyes to more than just rugby. When that wasn't even her intention. Her intention was just like, be my friend and also like live your best life because you told me that you want to do rugby. But at the same time, he's like, no, you've changed me in a good way. I need to experience more than just rugby. I love rugby, but I need more.
He's a kid. Like, he's only 17 in this book.
Yeah, like, 17 and turns 18. Yeah.
He's like treating himself like an adult. Yeah. And he needs to like live as a kid while he can. Yeah. And she made him do that.
She did, yeah.
Yeah.
And he also comforted her and made her feel safe, and
Yeah.
which she hadn't felt in a very, very long time. And then, yeah, that was very nice for
Yeah.
her and her whole family, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the Joey moments that broke my heart
Mm,
was when he's high and he's
mhm.
arguing with Shannon because he's packing a bag and leaving the house.
Yeah.
And she says, "What about me?" And he's like, "No, what about me?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
that part broke my heart.
Yeah.
And then he arrives to the burning house and I'm just like,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, it's
Mhm.
horrible."
Yeah, and then he goes off the deep end. It's not good. Actually, no, I think that's when he finally took him and sobered him up. I think that was his deep end, and
Yeah.
then the Johnny's parents were like, "Come home with us, son." And then I think the nice thing was that I think because he had met Johnny's mom previously when he was not high as shit, and I think she gave him that motherly love that he always seeked out that he never got because he was always protecting his mom. He wasn't being protected.
Yeah.
And they say it in the book that he became the mother because the kids didn't have one. The kids didn't have a mom looking out for them. The dad was a piece of shit. The mom was always working to support the family because the dad wouldn't. And so Joey ended up being the mother and the provider for the family and the aspect of like actually taking care of everybody. So then no one ever took care of him. And then he meets Johnny's mom, who's instantly just like mom mode and
Oh,
gives
yeah, I
him
love
that.
Johnny's mom. She was
We
a
love
mama
Johnny's mom.
bear.
Yeah. And
She
so
was a mama bear.
so he just instantly gets that from her. And then I think he just like, I think that probably just like lit something inside of him and something clicked that was like, he can trust her and she can be that comfort for him that he can't find in other people. Like he's not going to find that in the dad because his own father was so bad that he just has his own trust issues with men. So then when it finally comes down to his breaking point, and he doesn't want anybody to touch him. He doesn't want anybody near him. And then the mom's like, "Come here," and like just holds him.
Yeah.
And he lets her after he wouldn't let anyone else, but he lets her. So I think that was really sweet that the
Yeah.
relationship that they had. That was, it was brief in the book because it wasn't really about them, but it
No.
was nice to see that you could see that developing.
And even like Aoife's parts
Yeah.
in it, like she just doesn't give up on him. Like, yeah,
No.
he like left her and she like
Hmm.
broke down,
Yeah.
but she came back and she's like,
Yeah.
"I love the shit out of you, so
Yeah. You
suck
were
it
not
up. I'm
leaving.
not
Yeah.
leaving."
Yeah. Yeah. They're cute together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think their books will be really nice. I think all the books will be really good.
Yeah. I just
I
need a
just
moment.
Yeah, no, I get it. They're dark and heavy. It's heavy. There's a lot of heavy themes in them, so you really gotta like want to be in the heavy themed mood to read those. So I get it.
Yeah, but I loved it.
Mm.
Like, yeah, and one of the parts that like one of the Johnny and Gibbsy moments that I really liked is yeah, they
Hmm.
have like fun times and everything,
Yeah.
but after like her family's grieving and stuff and he's
Hmm.
kind of grieving too because he's
Yeah.
blaming himself.
Yeah.
And then Gibbsy shows up and he's like, "It's okay, break down." I was just
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
That
like,
was
it's
nice. Yeah.
so nice. I loved their friendship.
Gibbsy's a very good friend. We like Gibbsy. We love Gibbsy.
It was a very nice scene to watch
Yeah. Yeah.
or listen to. Watch in my
Watch.
head.
We'll watch it eventually. Apparently, this is getting turned into a series next
Yes.
year, so we can finally watch it. There's so yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was good, and yeah, we end up. I mean, we don't have to spoil it too much, but I think is there any other points that you had about this one that should be chatted about, or did we
I
go
don't
over
think so.
everything?
I think I went over everything. I
Yeah.
did have a quote for book 2. So mine is Johnny speaking to Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "I'm totally with you, Shannon Lynch. One call, that's all you need to make, and I'll come. I won't let you down, and I won't leave you alone in this. I promise." "I'm not in your corner, Shannon," Johnny replied in a gruff tone. "I'm standing right beside you."
I think that really is the epitome of the entire series.
Yeah,
Like
I
he
loved
was
that
there for her no
quote.
matter what. And I think one of the things that there was sort of a kind of a quote about this, and I don't remember when it was. I didn't highlight anything. There was shocker. There's a part near the end of book 2 where he's talking about how eventually, he's going to be a famous rugby player. And then I think it might have been when he was drunk when they were camping. And he was like, I'm going to be a famous rugby player. We're going to get married. We're going to have babies and you're going to be a vet. And she was like, I'm going to be a vet. He's like, yeah, you're going to be a vet. You're so good with all the dogs. And she's just like, I told you that once. And like, there's a lot of like her whispering in it. So I just imagine her being like, I told you that one time. And then he said, like, you only have to tell me things one time and it sticks with me. And I think that happened a lot where she would tell him something once and then he would bring it up like way later on. And she'd be like, I only told you that the one time. He's like, yeah, I remember everything you told me.
He locks it in the vault.
Yeah, it's locked in his brain box.
Yeah. But like, and it was so nice in book 2,
Yeah.
like watching them actually go through real life dilemmas
Yeah.
and overcome them and make life decisions for their future together.
Yeah. Even though they're like babies.
But it was kind of nice to watch.
Yeah.
Read. I say watch, but I say watch because I kind of like
in your head.
I like play it in my head, so I say watch.
I get it.
Okay, yeah.
Did you know? And this has nothing to do with any. Well, this has something to do with that. But did you know that there are people who actually cannot visualize things in their head? And
yes,
that's so
they're
weird
crazy.
to me. Like that's so weird to me because I'm like, well, how do you think?
A little movie playing in my head when I'm reading.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I have like their entire. Like, I know what their house looks like. I know what her house looks like.
Oh yeah.
There's a whole scene. There's everything. The school, the pub.
For sure. And like so I have a habit of like going on TikTok and like searching the book because it's kind of neat because they do like inspo like aesthetics, so you kind of like get like a picture of what the college looks like and all of that sort of stuff, so it's kind of neat to see because people actually have gone to Ireland and were like, this is what she's envisioning for it, and I was like, this is kind of neat. I think it'll be interesting when they do make this series just to see like how well they do it, because there's a lot of visual stuff I think that I didn't get completely until like the further along you read, because they don't just introduce everybody and like say exactly how they look. Like I kept thinking of, I don't know why, but I kept picturing Gibbsy as like this shorter, like bald, like shaved head guy, but he absolutely did not have shaved head. But I kept picturing that. No.
And then later on, they're like, oh, he's like huge and big. Like he's like
and
stocky
blonde
and muscular and like has blonde hair. And like that was always talked about, but they just kept talking about how he's fat. And I was just like, is that just like,
I think fat's a wrong word.
Yeah.
I think it would be like husky.
Okay, it was Tig that kept calling him fat.
Yeah, because Tig is an asshole.
Yeah. But
a little asshole 12-year-old.
But yeah, he's like buff because he's a rugby player and he's trying to get fit and stuff too. But yeah, I think he's just a little huskier than what I was imagining.
And husky
originally.
Is not fat.
No, I know that.
Anyway. Oh yeah. I forget what I was gonna say. Crap. Oh, yes, I remember. Okay, if they make the show, they better have Brian in the show. The cat. They better have the cat. I need to see this cat.
The cat was such a
because I'm
part
thinking about
that movie
like
or that book.
A huge cat. Like I'm thinking of a really, really big.
Oh, I'm just thinking of a normal cat that's just an asshole.
No, I'm literally thinking, okay, they're called like Malhoons or something.
I don't think it's a Maine Coon. I don't think it's a Maine Coon.
Okay, yes, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, Malhoon. I didn't know what it was called. That's what I'm thinking when I'm thinking of this cat. I'm thinking of a massive cat he walks.
I was literally picturing our old cat is what I was picturing as like just like a normal gray cat.
No,
just being an asshole.
No, I'm thinking of a massive cat when I'm thinking of this.
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay, on a side note, not about the books. I brought up this question to you because I was reading a book at my hair salon.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're reading a spicy scene, would you read it with the potential risk of your hairdresser reading it over your shoulder.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. Some people are like, they would be like, I want to say embarrassed, but I don't think that would be the right word. Like, I don't know. Maybe embarrassed is the right word. That
Here's
they're
the
reading
thing.
something like spicy and they're like, don't judge me.
So here's the thing. I think of this like way too theoretically or like way too realistic. Like when you ask me that question, I'm sitting there like, okay, how am I stanced and how is my hairdresser stance? If you're sitting there reading, it doesn't even matter. If you're sitting there and reading a book, are you saying like on your Kindle or a physical
Yeah.
paperback? Okay, so
My
if
Kindle.
so if you're sitting there with your Kindle and you're reading, if your hairdresser is staring long enough at your Kindle to read the words that are on the screen, they're not doing their job.
No, I'm
And I feel
wondering,
like
is she going to catch the word cock?
but that's what I mean.
One
Like
word.
if you're sitting there and your Kindle is open like this, okay, and you're sitting there like this reading, they have to be so close behind you and staring directly at that screen to even catch a glimpse of any of the words because they're sitting there doing your hair and whatever and focusing on
Yes.
your hair. Like, who cares? Because
No, I
like
get it. I don't feel that way.
yeah,
I'm
but that's
just
what I
it
mean.
brought up to me. I'm like, I wonder if people are like, oh my God, don't read this. But also, my font is a lot bigger than yours because you're a crazy person and read it like this.
There's less pages if you have the smaller font.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to strain my eyeballs.
Okay, so then for you, because you have like 2 words on a page,
it's on
then
9. My font is number 9.
yeah,
Your
so
font
then
is 1.
for you, the word cock is going to be a lot more.
It's a lot bigger.
It's not at 1. My font is not at 1. It's
Okay,
at
what is it?
nope.
Were you going to say 11?
My warmth says 11. Hold on. Where's my
Okay.
font? Oh my god, stop going chapters. How do I find my font? Oh my god,
I think you
stop.
touched the top and it's the numbers, the
Oh,
letter.
there you go. I found it.
Yeah.
It's a 3.
That's still too small. I have my
How do I
font
get out
at
of here?
number 9 and I like it that way because like, it's just so like I read faster.
It's fine. It's like a real book at that level. I did
Well,
have
yeah,
it at
because I
like
pick up these books and I'm like, look at the little letters. Look at the and I'm like, I don't know if I can go back. These are all my trophies.
yeah. Yeah. You're allowed to have trophies. Listen, you can do whatever you want. But yes, your hairdresser is more likely to see the word cock on your page if your font is set to level
Yeah.
9
I
than
mean,
it is a level 3.
I don't give 2 shits. It's
No.
like I don't care.
Also,
It's
if someone
yeah. I don't
else
care.
is bothered by it, they're just not going to read in front of their hairdresser. I probably wouldn't read anyways, just because I'm so chatty and I can't sit still long enough to like concentrate. Like I need like my
Yeah.
own space and silence to read. So if I'm in a hair salon, there's no way I'm going to be reading while I'm getting my hair
I
done.
didn't want to talk this time.
Oh.
Usually when I'm at the hairdresser, I am
Yeah.
chatty,
Yeah.
but I literally told her and I'm like, this is like my vacation. I brought my book. I need to like relax cuz she knows my situation. I've gone to her like a couple times now.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, I brought my book. I'm just going to veg out. And she's like, okay. And I love that hairdressers kind of catch
Yeah.
the vibe and are like,
Yeah.
okay, she's chatty this time. Okay, she wants to read and just
Yeah.
relax. And yeah, this time I just wanted to read and relax. And my hair
Yeah.
takes a really long time. Like, I'm really bad. I only go once a year to get my hair
Mhm.
done.
Yeah.
And I'm literally there, like, I was there from 11 till 3:30.
Yeah.
So, like, my hair takes a long time to do, and it's
Yeah.
quite long. So, yeah, I just sat there and
Whatever.
read my book.
Live your best life.
I had some chocolate.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Guys, that was Binding 13 and Keeping 13.
the first 2 books in the the first 2 books in the Boys of Tommen series.
Yes, and there is so far 6. I believe the last book came out recently.
Who did it? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't know. I could
Okay.
be wrong. I could be wrong.
Mm.
Yeah. And our next one is going to be The Deal,
Yeah,
which I've read
because
1,000 times.
I have read no
Um,
times.
So I'm gonna actually listen to the audio this time,
Yeah.
and then we're also gonna watch the show and do some comparing because I'm super excited for the off-campus show.
Yes. I'm super
Yes.
excited for all the upcoming shows of books. So we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. We'll see how they all do.
Yes. Yes. I have high expectations, which is why I'm really nervous.
I will let you know when I read the book.
It is one of my favorites.
I know. It is.
So be careful with with what you bring to the table.
Funny enough, I own 2 copies of The Deal,
And you have not read
and
it.
I haven't read it yet because I'm busy and I have other things I have to read. Anyways, this has been another unhinged episode of the Unhinged Romant-icks where we talk about fucking everything. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yes, we will see you guys soon.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to the Unhinged Romant-icks show. Remember to like, subscribe, and follow us on your favorite podcast platform.